Here we go, here we go. 15 lining, 15 line.
Check 4.
Hey!
Two.
Hey, Sam off.
Switch. Showing up. Jam.
5.
Now the first carry here for Philip Lindsay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On the ready.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we
Go.
36.
Hey, wahoo! Yo, go!
Boy.
You're out!
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Say go!
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's get off the field, D.
Come.
Where's your
Hard!
Use the mic. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. Watch the ship.
Sit up. Get it!
Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Go. 120! I got it. Trey 15! Here, shoot.
Keep going, boys, moving. 23.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 180!
Kill.
Back! 80 weapon!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Switch up. 43's the mic.
Hey, 2!
Come on. 43's the mic. Don't get nervous.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And a I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Hey, Delta.
On play action, Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator.
Number 53. Mike 53. Here we go.
Protein spill.
Here we go. Begin.
Let's go.
Locke now on first down. Now he's flushed out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Mike 27. I'm coming.
Hey, Alpha.
Check Mike 27.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go. Pac-Man. Waiting.
56.
Bush. Here,
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Here.
43 is the mic. Let's get the ball. 43 is the mic. There we go.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check 26, check 26.
Shoot.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Here we go. Watch the take 3. 218, chop.
49, check 49, check 49. He's crashing. He's checking crash. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Go.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
Snap.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bam.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
We go. 8 read.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Look. Squeeze.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
5.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
132 fighter. Hey, Haywood. Leo.
Crash.
Drop. Rocket.
Check 52.
They go.
They do go for it. It's Locke. And this is caught. He hits Moore. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let me know right now. You better bring it. SOS.
Go.
SOS.
Yes.
Check 52's the mic. Let's go. 52's the mic right here, over there, right?
Get it.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. This is the tight end Fant. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Ready, go. Hey, lock it.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 11.
Ready.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Check. Check. Lucky. Slam.
Hey, seam 6. Go.
Check. 53's mine.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Picked off at the 14. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jumper.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Being chased out left. It's for his running back, McCoy. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
A 1st down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wentz. He finds McCoy. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Hey, Orbit.
52.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Charlie.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Go on, go on.
Check 50. Check 50. Bang, 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 bang.
Go out.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 99. Check 99.
Lock off a play action. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. 43.
Now it's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180. Kill. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Screen. What screen? Kill.
Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Watch the safety creep.
Here.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Check 24. Check 24.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey, nice 7.
Watch the slant. 43 is the mic, boys. 43. Check, 43. Let's go.
Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ready?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
64, weak.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards on the ground.
And an Eagles 1st down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Louise!
Another run here with Sanders. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Lefty. 43.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper.
Get wide. Check.
You draw Corpus.
Check 37. Check. Whip.
Hard. Snap.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Here we go. 180! Sunday!
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now the backup Kaiser to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. All day, baby. All day. All day. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After the sack on 1st down, Kaiser. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
You think you're going to get this? You think you're going to get this? Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All right. Here we go. Let's go, V. Let's go. Squeeze. Check. 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 Undercut.
Kaiser now. Airing it out for Hamilton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it, baby.
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Check it back.
Gray 15, Gray 15, 82, 82. Where's this?
I got Ocean Man. Me. I got this. 24 is the mark.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Aguilar. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 41 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football.
Here we go.
How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Good running from Barkley there on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
I know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run with Barkley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
I think you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now a play fake, and here's Locke.
Brandon, I think you understand that.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Philadelphia, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with a Kansas City.